In the traders war room, warring with the market every day. We on Zoom. Never gon' quit, ain't no way we gon' lose. I done made a profit and it's way before noon. Way to go, dude. Come and learn how to trade stocks.
First up, IWM, and I missed this one today, and I'm upset with myself because this is one of my favorite stocks to play. But looking at the chart, definitely we're set up for a move up higher. I'd like to go and see the push towards 200, see if we can go attack that 199 and break above that. So we get any indication of a bullish push in the market tomorrow, I'm going to look for a trade in the IWM and try to go in quick, heavy, and make some decent money. Next up is Q. Now you got to respect the trend. The trend is your friend. So of course we're thinking bullish first, but when you look at this chart, man, I mean, that's a needle point to the sky. So blue is our high point target, red of course our low, but we're looking at the orange lines for our trigger points. And I would not be surprised if we get a bullish push with a steep decline to go ahead and come back for a little bit of a pullback off of some profit taking. So just be cautious going too aggressive, too bullish. We want to be Johnny on the spot. We want to have stop losses in place, and we want to make sure we're able to take profits. Same thing with this chart, man. Look at that needle point right there. Now, SPY was a little difficult today. There wasn't much moving. The contracts were not moving too well. We had a little bit of a burst, a little bit of a push. I think that we get a nice little retest and a little bit of a push going into the close tomorrow. If we can get above the 5K and hold that, I think we start to get some buying pressure coming in there to accelerate going up. And then I think we'll start to hit some profit taking and some reverse modes going in. But we still got some huge catalysts going into next week, NVDA earnings, and so on and so forth. So we still got a lot of momentum left, but we are starting to hit some of that buyer's exhaustion. So we got to be cautious and not be too overly bullish. We just got to be ready to pounce and follow the trend, whichever direction it goes. All right, man, I'm calling it right now. I'm not afraid to call it, man. Tesla towards 200 tomorrow, man. It wanted to make it today. I think we get the push we want. It's been hanging down here. It's been popping a little bit. I think we get the bullish push. It wants to go. It wants to come back up there. I think we get our ascent towards 200. We may not get there, but I think we get the nice volatility push that'll end up pushing contracts, and we can go a little out the money and make some decent plays on some bullish calls. All right, Apple, man, I'm thinking calls first, put second. Okay, so I'm looking for the push towards the blue line, and if we can close above that, I'm looking for the swing trade towards an attack on the recent highs. And if we can't, then I'm looking for the swing trade to the downside to go attack and see if we can test those lows. But definitely, I'm going to probably sit back and wait on this, see where the volume comes, because Apple likes to follow the trend. So if you can catch a trend on Apple, it typically is good for a swing trade off of the trend. All right, PayPal, I don't know how to feel about this one. I was really bullish, and then they came out with earnings, and then it was terrible. Now, we did have calls going into earnings, but we sold out because we were a little leery on it. So we made a lot of good money on a push into earnings. They sold off pretty hard. I think it might have been a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction. So the bullish push could have some warrant on it, and I do like the area where it's at, but I need to have confirmation of the trend. So I'm definitely will be watching this. I start to see the confirmation of the trend to the bull or to the bear, I'm not going to be afraid to pull the trigger and take a trade. All right, man, NVDA, when you look at this chart, you're just looking at almost a 90-degree needle point to the sky. So already you got to start looking for the short-sided house. Now, we're going to play the trend, but right now, NVDA to the bull side is nothing but a day trade. I would not be swinging NVDA bullishness unless you have leaps and you're pushed out, okay? That is just my personal opinion, but it is just ripe for a knee-jerk reaction, a swift push from profit taking. I mean, look at that chart. You got 200 on that. That's a 6-month chart. You got 200 on that chart, and you're over at 700, man. Why would you not take profits off the table if you were an institution and you had like 1,000 shares and you bought in at 200. It just makes sense. Okay, so we're just waiting, and eventually it's going to pop, and then you're going to start to see profit taking, and NVDA is going to probably tumble about 20-25% because it's already pushed like hella, like 100-200% and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of time. Right here, you got some top unusual volume for some of your big movers, and of course you see the big names right there with the particular trades that had the most volume and the most push. As you can see, a lot of people are pushing way out the money and are going with calls because they're cheap, and you know, it's one of those, it's a good risk versus reward type of strategy. So definitely be very cautious, but those are the trades. If you're looking for something to potentially get into, those are the ones that have all the volume that everybody's trying to get in and get rich. Now here's some unusual options with some names you may not recognize, and these are good because sometimes it's okay to go ahead outside of your realm, especially when you're waiting on something. Like if you like to trade NVDA, but you just got the, you're looking at the chart and you're like, man, I just can't, stomach going long when I see a chart that's just pointing straight up. You're just waiting for the decline and stuff like that, right? Well, you go with these other names that have high volume and some unusual activity going on. Potentially, you can create a decent trade off of some volatility, some insider trading that's going on. Maybe people, the big money, know something you don't know, so on and so forth, right? So if you see a good setup, maybe these names, you see the trades right there, go ahead and take a look at it. The chart makes sense, the price is right, and you start to see your opening. Don't be afraid to pull the trigger and take a chance on something that isn't SPY or Tesla or QQQ or Apple and stuff like that. Go out there and start growing as an investor and a trader, and try to play along with some other tickers and expand your horizon. All right, man, that's all I got for you guys. Let's go out there and make some money tomorrow. This was the Lotto Thursday. We got a big day in store for us. Guys, we got to be Johnny on the spot. We need to be refreshed, recharged, and ready to go out there and attack the market. Don't forget to check out our storefront and join Traders War Room. Guys, I want to see a whole bunch of faces when that bell rings, man. I'm telling you, we do things differently on Traders War Room. If you're serious about trading, you're serious about investing, and you truly want to learn how to make money, and you don't want to just get alerts that get you money, but you want to know why these alerts are making you money and how to make money yourself, Traders War Room is what you want, guys. So quit wasting that money that's not making money. Join the team, and I'll catch you guys when that bell rings. And with that said, man, if you're ready, follow me and the whole Traders War Room Market Warrior Nation, and let's go to war together. I'll catch you guys when that bell rings. Let's go out there and make some money.
We rentless with the attack when this thing pop. We market warriors and we can share the same pot. I woke up and went to war in my tank top. Thanks, Pops, he a analyst, a veteran. And we ain't hating on them other dudes, we better than. I was down and then I learned about leveraging. And after that, I ain't never went red again. Green, right, it ain't bad, it just seemed like something wrong with you if you say we ain't tight. Get in and get out before you think twice. Let's have a toast, you bring the drinks and I'll bring ice. Defeat's nice in the Traders War Room. What you wanna do in the Traders War Room? What you wanna do? This the Traders